So this is my 3-week-old Hyundai all-wheel drive Ultimate Edition in Biopic Blue. It's replaced my Tesla Model 3 Performance, which I had had for 3.5 years and was a superb car, to be fair. I wanted to make this video as somebody in the UK that's just bought one, to give my thoughts and impressions, particularly in comparison with the Tesla. I'm not used to doing YouTube videos, as you no doubt tell, so hopefully you'll find this relatively interesting, and if not, well, you can just stop watching, obviously, like you do. So anyway, I'm going to go into the car now and do some filming in the car and have a chat with you about the car, etc. If you do want me to post anything about it, obviously following this video, just drop me a comment and I'll try and do that. So let's get inside the car and I'll carry on with the review. So I've had the car now for about 3 weeks, and as you can hopefully see on the screen, if you can see it properly, I've done 737 miles, and during that time I've averaged 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour, which I think is very impressive. I must admit I've been incredibly impressed with the range. I've actually had on some drives in excess of 4 miles per kilowatt, which again is a lot better. I do find the range on this is very good. It's better than the Tesla Model 3. I did have the performance version of the Model 3 with the big wheels, etc., and it was an older one 3.5 years ago, which doesn't have the heat pump, so that would have affected it certainly in the winter months. But nevertheless, I don't drive this slowly. So just talking about performance first of all, obviously the car, the Hyundai, is nowhere near as quick as the Model 3 Performance, which was, to be honest, stupidly quick, and I had a great deal of fun in it, I have to admit. But nevertheless, this one is no slouch. This is, as I said before, the all-wheel drive version. It has very good modes, which are dead easy to change on the steering wheel down here. And even in eco mode it drives very well, which just for the most part turns it into a 2-wheel drive car, rear wheel driven. The standard normal driving mode is quick and very nice, and you stick it in sports and it really does pick its feet up. It's over 600 Newton meters of torque, so it's still pretty quick, quicker than the BMW that I drove, that's for certain. And I only actually drove the standard range 2-wheel drive car from Polestar, but nevertheless I've not been disappointed with the performance on this. Handling wise, it doesn't handle again as well as the Tesla Model 3 on the corners. It's not a sports car, but that said, the ride quality in this is far superior to the Tesla. It's not only a lot quieter, but it's an awful lot more comfortable, and yeah, it's just a lovely car to drive. So just talking about some of the other bits and pieces in the car and what I thought, and certainly in comparison, I have the digital mirrors, which you can see here, which are very good. I spec'd it up with these, but I thought, well, I didn't particularly want the blank wings. I thought if I'm going to get one, I might as well go all in and get the digital mirrors as well. No regrets whatsoever. Took a bit of getting used to, a few days, a few 100 miles, but then you soon get used to them. They're very clear, very good at night. It's very good in the rain. I've had a lot of rain recently and they've performed very, very well. All the warnings, all the tech in the car is brilliant. I suppose what lets it down, the app isn't quite as good. You got a Blue Link app with this for communicating with the car, which is, it works, it does the job, but again, it's not as good as a Tesla. Some of the other software stuff on the Tesla is far superior, I suppose, in some respects to the Hyundai. But having said that, I certainly don't miss the single screen on the Tesla. It's very intuitive to use. There's lots of buttons, but there's also physical buttons as well as touch screens. I think it's the best of both. You also get a phenomenally good heads-up display on this, surround cameras, 3D. It has a sunroof that opens as well, you know. The sound system is very, very good. I've no point in putting it on because you won't really be able to tell. I don't think you can with the video. But again, it's very, very good. It's a premium sound system, Bose. Some people I've read have commented that it's not as good as the Tesla premium sound. I would probably say it's on a par with that. But what it is a lot better as, because the car is a lot quieter, better insulated, then you do find that it's it's a lot easier. You know, I like sometimes listening to sort of Pink Floyd and a few other relatively quiet tracks, and in the Tesla there was no chance, but in this, yes, there is. It has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay as well, which again is brilliant. I use that for the maps all the time. It's one thing I wish the Tesla had, although to be fair, the Tesla navigation was pretty good. I bought one of the Motorola adapters you can get now for Android Auto, because it then turns it into a wireless thing, whereas it's not wireless normally. So yeah, it's a brilliant car. I love it. I have absolutely no regrets in swapping my Tesla Model 3 for this particular car at the moment. Obviously I've got to live with it for a while, but so far so good. The other thing I would mention, I suppose, before I stop prattling on, is about charging, because one of the reasons I bought the Tesla in the first place was because of the superior charging network, which of course they still have, and I did find that very good. I have to say, with all the apps now that you can download, Hyundai have their own as well for setting up charging at various stations, I'm not concerned about that at all. I am fortunate enough to be able to charge from home most of the time, well, all the time pretty much, so it's not really an issue for me. You can see at the moment it's got 78% battery. Well, can you see it? Yeah, it's got 78% battery at the moment, and it's predicting a range of 203 miles, and I will get 203 miles. I'm pretty confident it's pretty accurate in the descriptions, more so than the Tesla was. I used to rely on the percentage battery for the Tesla rather than the mileage, but you kind of don't have a choice with this. You get everything put up. You can also have lots of different screens, but like I said, there's not much point in me going through all the specs on it. So in summary, would I have any regrets about selling my Tesla Model 3 and buying one of these? Absolutely not. I think it's a great car. I'm not going to knock the Teslas at all. I've had one for 3.5 years, as I said. It's a brilliant car. What you should, of course, do, if you haven't already done so, is go and have a test drive. You know, drive them both, obviously. But as someone coming out of a Tesla for 3 years who wanted a change, yeah, it's well worth being on your list of cars. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want me to post anything on any bits and pieces of how the car works or my experience, because you're thinking about buying one, I'm more than happy to do that. Hopefully you like this video and it's not been too boring for you. All right, cheers for now. Bye.